Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. Ooh, it's time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. Excuse me. And one of the reality shows that we're doing is Dancing for Relevancy, aka Dancing with the Stars. And so let's talk about the Halloween episode first. So we're going to talk about Halloween. So here's the thing. Let's start off at the very beginning. Well, before we even get into that, today I had a long day at the casino. It was long, but it was very productive and it was good. I had a really good time. And the time just seemed to fly by. I wasn't watching the clock at all. It was good. It was really good. Okay, last night I get in and I couldn't. I was so exhausted. One of my coworkers had invited me out to dinner last night, and I was like, my legs are killing me because I just run those 2 races on Saturday and Sunday. And then I sat on a plane for 5.5 hours yesterday. I was done. I was just done. So I came home. And jet lag, too, coming from East Coast to West Coast is real difficult because it was 3 hours later because I had been living in Orlando since last week, right? Since last Sunday. So my body was pretty much used to the time out there, and then I get here and I was... My legs hurt so bad and I was so tired, I was like, I can't. So I started watching Dancing with the Stars. I didn't even get to finish it. So I don't know what happened this week just yet. So that's why we're talking about the Halloween episode now. So we're talking about the Halloween episode. And in the Halloween episode, they kind of pulled a mean trick. They kind of did a trick instead of a treat. And they sent 2 couples home early, unexpectedly. So the 2 couples that they sent home were Vanessa and Max. And what's the other one? Vanessa and Max. Oh, and Nikki and Artem. Okay? So, about that, here's the thing. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not surprised that Vanessa went home. Because although she was great when she first started, she sort of hit a level and then she stayed there. And there wasn't any real growth as a dancer. So I'm not surprised that America voted for her to go home, right? Nikki Bella does shock me, though. Because Nikki Bella is someone who progressed every single week. I guess it just wasn't enough. But, I mean, I thought she did so good. During the movie, I mean, she was so good. Disney night was, I think, her best night. But movie night was not that bad. So I'm a little bit disappointed. The 2 people who I think should have gone home, actually, aren't either one of them. It would be Terrell and Cheryl, and Drew and Emma. But they both are lucky, and they are staying. Now, here's the thing about Terrell. While he is a very good-looking man, he is really good-looking. He's pretty hot, right? Other than that, though, when he opens his mouth... It's when he's having a moment where he's, like, for example, when he was talking about his grandmother and, the couple weeks, my favorite year, whatever that year was, right? He did a really good job with that, and he's very touching and he's very compelling. But then when he starts getting braggadocious, I mean, all the attractiveness is like, womp womp. I know Cheryl is a big, she's a good coach. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling him. I'm really not. And Drew, it's kind of a little bit starting to get into a pity party with him. Because he's like, oh, I'm always at the bottom and I work so hard. Well, here's the thing. You can still work hard and not be good. I mean, he's not bad. He's not. But I'm just saying, just because you work hard does not necessarily equal I'm going to stay on the show because I work hard. And then they did this group dance. They did two group dances where they split people up into two groups. And he told his group, it doesn't matter if we're not the best dancers as long as we have the most heart or whatever. And I wanted to say, you're an idiot, right? This is why you're always in the bottom, because you think that that's okay. You should never settle for mediocrity. Okay, but so that's just how it is. I'm sorry. He's a great, he's wonderful on Property Brothers. But I just don't think he's all that. But, America thinks differently. They voted to keep him on, so kudos to both you and Terrell. So we'll see how it goes in the coming weeks. Here's what I don't understand. Why is everyone just assuming it's going to be between Lindsay and Jordan? Right? Yes, they are very good performers. And yes, they have given very good performances recently, which is great. But they're not factoring in someone that's super important, and that would be Frankie Muniz. Like, how are they not even considering him? Like, someone was saying someone was really concerned about competing with Jordan and it wasn't Frankie, although he was too, but it was somebody else, and I'm trying to think of who it was, and I can't think of who it is. Not off the top of my head. But someone was genuinely concerned about going up against Lindsey Sterling and Jordan Fisher, and I'm thinking, and you're not concerned about going up against Frankie Muniz? And here's why I think that's hilarious. Because Frankie Muniz, I'm sorry, not only does he have the heart that Drew was talking about earlier, but he's got the dance ability too. And when you couple that with the fact that he has no short-term memory at all, no long-term memory at all, that's crazy. That's crazy that he's so good. It makes me think he really missed his calling. I mean, he didn't, because he did Malcolm in the Middle, and that's great. And he also was a race car driver and, all this other stuff, and it's wonderful. But at the same time, I'm thinking he could have done all that stuff after the fact and had his dance career before then, right? He's so good. He's so good. And what the best part though was that last week in a Halloween episode, he was talking about how he's like, oh my God, last week when they did the movies, he was like, that was a disaster. He's like, I was in a blue wig. I looked ridiculous. And at least he laughs about it now, right? The fact that he did it is good just because it shows that he's willing to do anything to stay on this show. God love him. But not just that, though. He does really good at the actual routines. Like, everyone is so impressed with him, and I would be too. He's such a good job. So people that think that they're competing with just Lindsay and Jordan, you look out. You watch out, because one day Frankie Muniz is going to come up from behind and he's going to win. I don't know about if he's going to win or not, but I definitely think he will be in the finals. And, of course, Lindsay and Jordan will also be in the finals. Now, it's that fourth spot that makes me wonder. Like, at first I was thinking, okay, it would be Vanessa Lachey, but she's gone home now. And then I was thinking, okay, actually, first I was thinking it would be Debbie Gibson. And I wasn't thinking that for any reason other than it would be because her partner is Alan Burstyn. But that did not happen. Then, Vanessa Lachey, she didn't go home. And I would think, well, then it would probably be Nikki Bella. But no, she went home too. Why can't I remember who was it that was so concerned about competing with Jordan and Lindsay? God, it's really going to irritate me now that I don't think it was Terrell. It definitely wasn't Drew. I don't remember. But whatever. I think it was a chick. But I don't... So, I don't know who the fourth person is. I really, honestly, there is not one person who stands out amongst everyone else besides those three who I think, oh yeah, they've got to be the fourth. Not no one yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate you taking some time out of your day to sit and chat with me. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Dancing for Relevancy to talk Dancing for Relevancy, or you can also hashtag Below Deck to talk Below Decks. That's what I'm doing next. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.